Back at it with another video. So we're gonna do like a part 2. I'm not gonna label this part 2, but we're just gonna proceed with like following, like me just checking out the car, and I guess I'm curious, so let's worry about the drains. So let's click on the video. Make sure you hit the like button, make sure you subscribe. Let me mute this too because I don't want anything playing. Alright, so like I said, 2008 G35X. Watch the previous videos. Any car questions, follow me on Instagram, Leekautorepair@gmail.com for my email for business inquiries, the whole 9. Y'all already know, no need for me to get into it. So what I'm doing right now is, I guess I want to take apart this, the trimming for like the pillar on the side, and trying to get the seals, like a door seal that goes around the base, or not the door part, but the body part of the car where the door meets at. Just move that stripping down, and then you're gonna have to literally pop those out. So I'm expecting, you can see that one right there, the trim for it, the cover, trim, plastic, whatever, specific name for everything. That one, the first one I touched, was like dirty, as you can see, at least the cloth of it. The drains are clogged, as you can see, and I did free it up with some air. It wasn't completely clogged, but it was clogging up the cause like a buildup, and then you can see the way they look. It looks nasty. So I'm trying to start the car. It's not starting this time. It was raining like the day before, so it brought me back here to play with it some more. That was a good thing. The sunroof, I'm gonna open that back up again. Why? Because we're gonna clean out the drains. So I just want to inspect it. You can see how dirty it is. Everything's dirty. The car down to the cabin filter is dirty. This car needs like a bath times 30. And just going, this is the front part of the windshield. Look how nasty that is. Now I won't be able to show you the hole unless you got x-ray visionists. I don't know. Just use your imagination or grab a light and peek up in there, and you'll see like a tiny small hole, and I'm blowing compressed air through it, and I can listen for it. Like should be able to hear it go to the bottom of the car. Another visual, how we're gonna confirm in a second. I'll tell you after I get finished. I want to clear this one drain because that one, like back pressure, you saw me made my face for like a second. It was kind of like backed up a little bit. So what I did was I kept on blowing it harder, and then to free this up. The wiper cowl, I like to collect a lot of debris. Make sure you get that off. But if you see that, that's an indication that your drains could be clogged. Whatever the case is, I don't know. Whatever. Pouring water down in the hole because I just want to see. I don't have a lot of water on me. I'm not going to sit there and waste water. Just rather it rain it because it's free. But pour the water down in the hole, and I'm going to show you in a second it draining out on its own. Now we could base everything off the speed of the drain, like the way the water drains down in the hole, or if it stays there too long. Make sure you do that to the other side, and there should be drains on all 4 points. Drain on the back, for the back part of the car. We're only worried about the front because this is where we got the leak, so we can see the water draining down. Like I said, that's not good enough for me. Even though I know the hole is kind of controlling the speed, acting as if like a gate or whatever, controlling the flow. That's exactly why I won't shoot down there too fast. But listen, that don't mean anything because the drains look nasty. It's contamination is built up in it, so we can confirm that the water goes to the bottom of the car, or at least to the ground. So that's the water I poured. Inspecting it again, the water running through. Like I said, there's buildup in the lines. Like just nasty. And I never really see drains look like that before. I took the BCM out and I left it out in the sun to do a ghetto auto solder under the sun, and we can hear that the engine started back up again for me. And I want to do another take because that's just like enough for me to be, too much talking points and too much X, Y, and Z. But I'd just rather do like a whole other clip. So as far as content go, I'm working on getting you guys more content, or if you guys, maybe when you do find this video, probably, I don't know, what, like 2 years from now or something like that. Who knows? I don't know. That's probably when it becomes more relevant. I do stuff that shows up in the back end, rather you guys notice it in the beginning. Whatever. That's just how I work on there. Until you guys need me and Google it, whatever. I'm just gonna run through, because I already talked to the owner basically, and we're just gonna figure out what I gave him the list on what I recommended to do. Sorry, I'm tired. I'm running on fumes, so I'm like literally mumbling. So I'll try to get through this. So things I recommended for him to do, that's up to him for his budget or whatever. But I told him basically, want to basically get a BCM and want to get a connector for it, because we saw in the first video that the connector was like, you saw the way that looked. I don't need to talk about that, right? Pen corroded, all of that. I'm not repairing the pen. I just replaced the whole connector because I don't know what other pens are working its way to being corroded, or in the future will be corroded some more, whatever. So we don't use BCM and the connector, and I'll be able to program that with my launch scan tool. We're gonna do plugs and wires, or sorry, plugs and ignition coils. Get the ignition coils like in the pack, all 6, and then spark plugs. We're gonna get some iridiums in there, and it should solve the way it running. It runs like ass. The valve covers, I'm not gonna do gaskets. No, why? Because the spark plug tube says are a pain in the ass to replace those in a plastic valve cover. Replace the valve cover, it's just cheaper that way. It comes with the gasket with the spark plug tube cells already in it. Front pads and rotors already stated to him. That's also the control arm that I put in one video. We talked about that. The exhaust repair, I told him I can recommend him a place where whatever repair they could offer you at the time, that's them, but I don't fabricate exhaust or nothing unless it's direct bolt on. The belt's cracked up on its way, the brake. We're gonna do an oil change. I told him he's gonna need some tires, but I don't have to worry about taking it to a tire shop. And I said, yeah, front pads and rotors. So I didn't want to hit him too hard, because there's other stuff that I could have listed, but I didn't want to list it. So I like left like limitations, basic. Whatever he's gonna do, that's on him. So I guess he's trying to work out a budget, figure it out. We're gonna go from there. So already recommended what I recommended. That's that. If you got an issue with this car, you already saw from this video and the previous video, what you should be looking at, what to do. And I guess, I don't have an issue with the steering lock, because I was going to offer him like the steering, like the emulator, but we're not going to worry about that. That's different conversation, different stuff, whatever, because I could have killed 2 birds with 1 stone, basically, in one shot. But not just, I just keep it at a minimum or whatever. It depends on how much the emulator is or where I get it from, but it's going to worry about this for now. I'm gonna keep it moving and go to the next job, so you guys will see more content like this. Like I said, any questions, leave it in the comment section. Any business inquiries you want me to work on your car, hit me up in my Gmail, Leekautorepair@gmail.com. Do not message me and leave your number asking me to call you, and only just to it being a free consultation. I don't do free consultations. I'm gonna be blunt with you. I don't give a shit what trouble you in. You don't even know me, and I don't know you on the back end. I'm already going above and beyond helping out people. So if you're gonna use me for my time, it's gotta be compensation. So whatever goddamn shit storm you in, and you think a guy like me calling me and having me on the phone is just gonna resolve all your issues for free, no. You better call some guy in India or something like that, or on customer service or something. No, don't call me. So, business inquiries, message me. Car questions, leave it in the comment section. Do not message me on my Instagram unless you're messaging me about money, a job, that car needs to get fixed, or a consultation. I'm not being mean or nothing, but I'm not no goddamn thrift shop mechanic or something like that. You could just, I don't feel bad for everybody. No, I'm passionate in my work. Yes, that's true. I love what I do. And in the same sense, y'all like celebrities and y'all praise the hell like them. And I work harder than most of these MFers. There's no way in hell I'm not going to be valuable just like them. So you're not wasting my time. So that's that. I holla at y'all.